Hello, everyone. This is Sarah, Sarah Scraps. I am going to be doing the live for tonight. Hello, Walter. Hello, Francie. So Candy and I decided we were going to hijack Christopher's YouTube channel this week, and we are going to do the lives. So I will be with you tonight, and I will be with you Thursday. And I have some really cute, fun cards to share with you. I am going to be we're using the Cup of Sunshine die set. So this die, it's a takeover. Yep. Candy's right. It's a takeover. Hello, everyone. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Marlene. Hello, Walter and Francie and Shalana. Hello. Hi, Ellen. Hello, everyone that's here today. Hi, Penny. Hi, Tana. So we are having a little bit of technical difficulty. We could not figure out how to get my camera to go the other direction. We will try our hardest to get that fixed before Thursday. So yeah, Candy and I, we're taking over this week. So I'm going to be using the Cup of Sunshine die. This die there's a lot of parts and pieces. I actually ended up putting this die set on 2 separate magnets, but for tonight's card project, we are just going to use these dies. So just a couple of them. We're going to make some teacups. We're going to make some flowers. We're going to do some fun ink blending, things like that. So let's go ahead and get started. I am going to be using the A2 card bases. I got a big bulk pack this weekend. So I'm going to use one of those. And then I'm going to cut down a sheet of Not Your Mama's cardstock. And I'm going to cut this to 4 by... Candy's keeping you all up to date. Yes, Candy and I are taking over this week. I have my card base here. And I have some Not Your Mama's cardstock. I'm going to cut this cardstock down to 4 by 5 1/4. And then I'm going to get my stick and stamp mat and place it on here. We're going to do a little bit of ink blending. So this is the Simple Blends Oval. These Simple Blends come in a couple different sizes or a couple different shapes. There's an oval, a square, and a circle. And I love these so much. So I'm going to this a little bit. I'm going to put it so it goes off the edge of our I have and I'm going to use one of the brand new brushes. These are out of stock currently, but they are on their way back. They were released this past weekend, and they are fabulous. So fabulous. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on a second. Jamie says the screen. No, Jamie, you're not wrong. We tried, Candy and I tried for like 45 minutes to try to get the screen to switch the other direction. It needs to work. We're not quite. All I see without a problem what I'm doing. And yeah, Candy's on it. Yes, Candy is working on the green and up. Let me make sure. Nope, my internet is good and perfect. So not quite sure what's going on. That's why the screen, yeah, we were having it chooses to be. So we're just now I'm completely. Oh, Candy's on it. No, it freezes. Definitely freezing. Okay, hold on. Are we good? Penny says restream isn't being good. All right. Yeah, I can see it. It looks like it's okay now. Like it's not freezing anymore. Okay. Uh-oh. No. All right, good. Candy says she's got it, so I'm going to keep going. All right, yay. I think we've got it fixed up. So I have Distress Oxide and Salvage Patina. And what I want to do is we're going to do a little ink blending, but we're not going to ink blend this whole section, right? We're just going to do what I like to call a halo. So I'm going to tap off some of my ink. I'm going to come off onto the stencil. So I'm going to come onto the stencil and I'm going to come in just like this. And I don't want a ton of ink. I want a light amount of ink. And I'm not going over this whole section. I am leaving the middle white. When this is all finished, you're not even going to see. So these are the new brushes. I got to play with them today and I got to play with them yesterday and they are so good. I'm just going to ink blend and hope that the screen is catching it and that we're all good. And then I'll come back and check the comments in a minute. Oh boy. I'm just going to come off the edge and then I'm coming in. Just coming off the edge and then coming in. Just like that. And I'm going to do this all the way around. And I am holding on to the stencil because it's not going to stick to the paper over here. It's just going to stick over here. Yes, you want to sign up for the notifications when these new brushes are back in stock because they're fabulous. It's like holding a pencil. Okay. So I want to blend a little bit. I want the ink to really get into the paper. And I want this ink to kind of fade away. So even though there's just a little bit of ink on my brush and there's ink on the stencil, I'm going to pull it right in so that it fades away back to white nice and easily. Okay, there we go. Then I'm going to switch colors and I'm not even going to clean this brush. I'm not going to do anything. I am just going to go right into my next color, which is Chipped Sapphire. So I'm going to load up my brush. Now we're going to do this one a little bit different. So I'm going to load up my brush. I'm going to come all the way off. And I'm going to come in and I'm just going to hit the edge. I'm just hitting the edge of the stencil. Just the tiny little edge. We went in pretty, we came in kind of far with the Salvaged Patina. But for this one, we are just going to come right to the edge. Really small circular motions just to the edge. Okay, let's go in for our big reveal now. Ta-da! Hey, Heather. So there is our first layer. I'm just going to go ahead and take this, bend it like a taco. This comes right off. So I have a definite colorway or color scheme for tonight's card. We're going to go with some blues, some aquas, and lots of gold. And one of the ways we're going to get that gold is with some aqua pigment. Hi, Michelle. Yes, chipped sapphire is fabulous. So if you have, you could do this other ways, splatter how you like. I am this is just what I like. So I like aqua pigment in gilded. Look at how empty my bottle is. It's my favorite. And a fan brush, because that's just how I like to splatter. Simple fan brush and some aqua pigment. And then we're just gonna splatter, splatter, splatter. Using my little knife, that worked well. So we can just load up our brush, and it's gonna splatter really lightly. If you want big splatters, let's get some big splatters. As you can tell by the size of my bottle, as much as my bottle is empty, I am very generous, both with my gold splatters and there we go. Let's get some good gold splatters going here. Okay, so we're gonna take this and we're gonna set it aside and we're gonna let it dry. And now we're gonna die cut. Added bonus, just FYI, I keep scrap paper, white scrap paper when I cut things down. I keep it off to the side all the time. And when I have projects where I say put too much aqua pigment onto my glass mat because I'm nervous, and you can't see this, I'm totally shaking. We're just going to go ahead and, pick up all of that. Thank you, Francie. So then we have this piece that we can use later. We sucked up most of that aqua pigment, and then it can dry. I can come back. I can die cut this. I can do whatever I want with it, and it will be beautiful. Don't waste the good stuff, right? Okay. So we're literally going to clean up our mat and our brush with paper. And then we can put this aside and use it anytime we want. I'm going to wipe this quick. Oh, thank you. Walter says, don't be nervous. You're with friends. Yes. Yeah. This is true. Very true. Okay. Next, we are going to make some teacups. So to die cut my teacups, again, these are just the dies we're going to use. There are so many dies in this set, and you can do so much with them. Look at all of the dies. I think we counted, there's 36, 37, and you can do so much with them. Tonight, we're just going to use these. So to die cut, I have some Midnight cardstock, some Lagoon cardstock. This is a piece of pattern paper from the new Friendship release. This is the paper pack called Playful Patterns. So it has all these different colors, or all these different patterns you can see on the back. And this one, so we're going to use a pattern from that. Then I have from the Precious Metals pack, this bright, shiny, beautiful gold that is so reflective, you could probably like see me in it. So these are what we're going to die cut our dies from. Let me grab some pixie tape, just a second. My pixie tape is almost gone. So that's not pleasant, but you know, I forgot it was almost gone. From our gold, we are going to cut the top part, the bottom part, and the handle out of the gold cardstock. And we're going to cut 3 of those because we're going to make 3 teacups today for our card. Oh, 36. Did I say 37? Oh, did I mess it up? Oh, well, I tried real hard. Okay, turn this on and we'll start die cutting. So I don't think my die machine is super loud, which is good because that means I can talk while we die cut because we're going to die cut a lot. Anybody else find die cutting to be therapeutic? There we go. Okay, so this is the top of the teacup. This is the bottom of the teacup and the handle. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this 3 times because I want 3 teacups. It's no lawnmower. No, it's not a lawnmower. Also, since we're die cutting things anyway, let's grab some of our flowers. So we are also going to go ahead and die cut 3 flowers. I chose 3 that I liked. You could choose 3 that you like. You could choose not to do flowers. We're going to use these as decoration on our teacups. So oh boy. Yes, I know this paper, like this is not just, this is like gold paper. Yeah, it's, whenever I use it in my YouTube videos, you can see it, you can see my face reflected in it too. So, and then when I go back and do editing, I'm like, I can't even do anything about that. It's just the paper. This is some of this gold, the Precious Metals Gold Paper Pack is my favorite metallic paper I've ever used. And I've used quite a bit in my time. This is the best. It's like nice and thick and it's just gorgeous. Okay. So here are our 3 little flowers. And our second teacup. So one of the new dies that were released this week is it has little dies that you use to make like sequins or little gold hearts. And I have every intention of taking that die and these scraps and die cutting them to make those teeny tiny little like gold mirror hearts and stuff. So nothing goes to waste. So we need 1 more for our teacup. 1 more teacup. Set this over here. And then I'm also going to grab this piece of Not Your Mama's cardstock. Just a small piece. And I'm going to go ahead and die cut the same 3 flowers that I cut from the gold cardstock. I'm going to cut it from the white cardstock, from the Not Your Mama's cardstock. Candy said she just had her first bite of the Coffee Crisp and it was yum. It's so good. Yeah, Heather, it's called the Smile Cutting Die. Thank you. That cutting die has the these awesome dies that make like little hearts or little like sequins, like little confetti pieces. And I'm going to use those leftover gold plate paper and die cut those little confetti pieces. And then you can just have a little bowl on your desk, right? With cute little confetti pieces. Tenny says she's enjoying it. I am. I have been enjoying all of my goodies. I came home with all of these fun products and I love them. Okay, we're going to, let me take this off. I'm going to go ahead and run this through my die cut machine again because this is really thick paper. And I was cutting the little gold paper really easy, but it didn't cut. The Not Your Mama's cardstock needs more than one run through the die cut machine. Those coffee crisp bars. So I tried one a while. It's been a while since I tried one, and I shared it with my husband, and he's like, we need more of these in our lives. So now I order, when I need honey bear lollipops from Scoozies, I always add a couple of those candy bars to the order because they're so good. Yeah, and I told Candy she needed 3. Was I right, Candy? Was I right? You definitely needed 3. Ooh, I love that. Oh, for the bead storage. Okay, so that's for the I can't talk. For the little sequiny and hearts and stuff. Oh, that's so cool. I just love the idea of not wasting specialty cardstock. Like, you want to use it for something, but then you don't want any of it to go to waste. Even the little scraps. Confetti. I love the word confetti. It's one of my favorite words. Okay, so now we have, I dropped the die. See? Pop these in here. Take off the tape. Oh, you have to ask Candy about that. See, I think you don't get to know what's in the secret room. I don't think anybody gets to know. So I'm going to go ahead and cut 1 teacup from each of these colors of cardstock. I know this is a lot of die cutting, and die cutting is, on the live a little bit like, So feel free to ask me questions. I am more than happy to chit chat while I die cut all of these lovely little pieces. We're almost done. We just have to do 3 coffee cups. Yep. I knew it, Candy. It's going to the grave with us. All right. So can I just say, before, I have been using and purchasing more Brutus Monroe cardstock recently, just in the last couple of months. And it is some of the best cardstock I've ever used, like ever. And I've been scrapbooking and card making for 24 years. So I know what I'm talking about. This stuff is amazing. It's gorgeous. And now I keep buying. I've caught gotta have it all syndrome. And I keep ordering more colors because I'm like, oh, I don't have that color. Someday I'll have all the colors. This is Lagoon, and this is Midnight. Yeah, the Raven, I agree, Francie. Raven is gorgeous. The Alabaster, I love that white. I just think the colors are amazing. There's one, is it rouge? Almost positive it's rouge. It's like this pinky color. It's like the most perfect pink ever. Okay. I have a lunch bag, Walter. That is an awesome color as well. All right. I am a clean as you go crafter. Let me just, I'm a clean as you go with most things in my life, but I'm definitely a clean as you go crafter. So you'll see me like putting things away as I go through here. My favorite feeling is when I've cleared the desk because then I've made everything I meant to make. Okay, let's get these lovely teacups together. Oh, yes, I sure can. I don't want to say your name wrong, so I'm going to say at Groovy Girl Cards. I can get this. It's really dark. Is that good? And I'll start cast tonight. Okay, so it's pretty deep. I mean, it's a nice deep dark. I hope I can. I don't know if my light's gonna like mess with it, so I'm gonna pull it back a little bit. There, that should give you a good idea of how dark it is. All right, so now I want to add just a little bit more color to these teacups. So I have the Salvage Patina and Alabaster Pigment ink. So I use my brushes interchangeably between all my inks. I've never had a problem. The only ink that I do think needs a dedicated blending brush is white pigment ink. Everything else you can kind of, just clean your brushes. The amazing, incredible brush cleaner is fabulous for it. So, but I do keep a dedicated blending brush for white. So I'm a girl that likes to get her hands into the process. I like to get my hands involved. So now you're all going to laugh, but I think you put a little bit of white on the edge of your die cut and then you just take your finger and go. And that's how you get a really awesome little white edge or lighter edge with pigment ink. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's that kindergartner in me that liked to finger paint. But I like to get my fingers involved in the process. So I'm just going to go ahead and pigment ink stays. So I showed you the brush tool just to say, if you want to use a brush, but really I'm just going to use my finger. Yeah, Melissa's right. If you have a brush that, if you want to brush using embossing ink, definitely get one for that because those are kind of like specialty type inks. Okay. And then, nice. Shalana says, nice tip. I hope that she's talking about the pigment ink and not the use your finger. I totally use my finger. Just told you it's the kindergartner in me that loved finger painting time. So I'm going to take our beautiful new brushes. I'm going to just go around the edge. Now this is really close in color. This isn't going to make, it just adds a little bit, a little something. extra to the edge. I mean, it's not going to make as big a contrast as the white. And the reason I'm not doing the top or bottom of our teacups is because we're going to cover them up. So there's no point. Okay. So for the teacup, a little bit of glue across the top, a little bit of glue across the bottom. And then we're going to add our gold detail across the top and our gold detail across the bottom. And we're going to take our beautiful handle, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue at the bottom of the handle and at the top of the handle. And then we're going to go ahead and I found when I was making teacups that if I lined the little swirly thing up against the edge, I felt like the teacup looked, I felt like that was where the handle is supposed to be. I don't know. I could be just, goofy, but like I feel like if you line up this bottom piece and then you line up this top piece, you get a nice like handle. Now let's decorate teacup. So I like a good stacked die cut. If my cardstock was a little thinner, I would say die cut it. If you're using like a thinner cardstock, you could die cut it a couple times, but since I'm using Not Your Mama's, I only had to cut one extra piece. And that will give me all the dimension I could possibly want. And I just want a little bit. So I'm going to try to line this up. What's nice is that my glue doesn't dry right away. So I can like move this around until I'm pretty sure I got it lined up. And then you can just press it. And then you have a piece that is just a little bit off. Like it just gives it the tiniest bit of dimension. And then we're going to go ahead and put it back there. And then you can put this wherever you like. When I was planning this card out, figuring out what I wanted to do, I did audition all of the flowers onto the cards, and they did all seem, now, I didn't actually do it. I just kind of put the die, on top of the little teacup, but it appeared to be that all of the flowers would fit on the front of the teacup. There was just one like really big one, but even the biggest flower, even when I put it on, I was like, you could make that work. It just kind of really filled the teacup up. So we're going to do gold across the top, gold across the bottom, our little teacup and the flower. Don't drop that piece. Hi, Tina. This is Sarah. Sarah Scraps from the Inspiration team. Candy and I staged a takeover. So I will be going live with you tonight and Thursday, and Candy will be going live tomorrow. Thank you for joining us tonight. I am trying to, I think we're good. We got 20 minutes yet. I'm the slowest crafter ever, so I was like, can I do this in an hour? But I think we're good on time. Yay. It's a coup. There we go. I love that, Penny. So we're going to let those dry. Last teacup. Thank you so much, Donna. All right. So the top of the teacup, the bottom of the teacup, little handle. Also, you guys, look how cute these teacups are. They're so cute. So cute. Last little die set. So for those of you that are a little bit of a messy crafter, if you're like me, you will probably smudge a little bit of glue on your gold cardstock that you don't want. Once it is dry, like completely dry, like I'm going to wait until this card is finished and like tomorrow morning. To buff that glue out, I take a microfiber cloth, put a little bit of the stamp cleaner on the microfiber cloth so it's just barely damp. Put it into, like, roll it into a little point and then just kind of scrub off that glue. And all that glue will come right off without a problem. I do it all the time. Okay, let's come back. So here is the background we made. So pretty. We need somewhere for our cups to sit. And there is nothing better than a wooden countertop for our cups to sit on. So I'm going to go into the Driftwood 6x6 paper pad collection. There are so many colorways in here. So no matter what color you cut your teacups out of, whatever, you will find an appropriate wood grain that you would like to use. I'm going to use this one because I really love a nice dark background. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut about an inch of this. I'm going to eyeball it. I'm not being super, mathematical and measury and stuff. Just eyeball it. That's good. And we're going to come over here. And you can do this. I like this. And this is going to give a nice base for our teacups. It's easy. I'm going to spin this around and just trim off the edges. Candy, don't be telling people all your secrets. So now we have a nice base for our teacups to sit. So I want to stack my teacups. The only thing that I personally don't think I want is for the two teal ones to be side by side. That's just my personal preference. I like the idea of putting this nice dark one in the middle. And I want these teacups to look like they're stacked up. So I put just a little bit of glue here. And then as I put my teacups in, I'm going to tilt them just a smidge. Just a smidge, or, you know, more than a smidge. I am 100% obsessed with this die set too, Tina. I agree. And then we're going to put this one also at a slight little angle. So it kind of looks like they're sitting inside of each other. So this is the basic design of our card today. We do need a sentiment. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my Misty. And put my glue away. I have to put the lid right back on the glue because I can't be trusted with the glue. Oh, hold on a second. There we go. So I'm going to put, now we're all shaking. I'm sorry. I smacked we're going to have to do some Misty. I'm going to have to move this a little bit if I think I'm going to stamp with it. I'm going to put the Misty down, put my card base right down here. And my card didn't stick. Hold on, the glue needs to stick. Okay. Oh, I love Beauty and the Beast, Walter. It's like my most favorite movie ever. And so now I know why I was like, I want to stack the teacups. So what I'm doing is I want to get the teacup, the stack of teacups. I want the bottom's teacup to be straight because I don't want this to be like super wonky, right? But these other ones they can be wonky. I also think that at some point I want to play with this teacup and see if there is some way that I can take the little handles and put them on the other side. I'm going to figure it out. I think what you would have to do is you would have to have cardstock. You would have to do cardstock or a paper that has both sides. Yeah? Something like that I think would work. All right, we're going to use this stamp, which is the friendship stamp. Another thing you could do, so all of these pieces will fit on your teacups as well. You wouldn't have to use the flowers. You could use a stamp. I also think that if we did this design with the halo, but moved it over so it was in the middle of the card and maybe slightly up, then you could put this sending a cup of friendship down across the bottom, and that would be really cool. I had too many ideas when I was designing tonight's card, and I had to figure out what one I was actually going to do. So we want this. So this is the Hey There Friend stamp set, and it comes in the friendship stamp set. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get it exactly where I want, because I want it to kind of tuck in around some of these teacups. So once I have it in place, I'm going to ever so carefully move the teacups out of the way. And then I'm going to turn my Misty so it will stamp without hitting my phone case and charge it. So if, like it just did, If your stamp grabs a hold of the card base, no problem, because remember we put that card base right there in that corner. So we are good to stamp. I am going to come in with this chipped sapphire, and I am going to stamp this a whole bunch of times. I want to get a really good, deep, dark impression. And I'm going to stamp this a bunch of times also because I'm doing this a little bit awkwardly so I don't smack into the camera. Maybe we'll go this way. We're inventing stuff on the fly here. So we're going to stamp upside down. Thank you, Heather. All right. So my inspiration from this card came from the fact that I absolutely love teacups, and I am especially drawn to teacups with the gold ridges across the top and the bottom, like the little gold. I have a couple here, and I have some that I inherited from my grandmother. They were her grandmother, so like my great grandmother. And that china with the gold edge on it that I have here is blue. And I was like, I do love a good blue and gold. So that was where my color inspiration came in for the card today. Okay, there we go. We can just toss that. We'll deal with that tomorrow. Hold on a second. I have dogs. Sometimes. Okay. And now we can do this, make this, and see how our teacups, they're going to go ahead and fit right into our little sentiments. Ta-da! Okay. So that was what started my card design for tonight. Was my china. Okay, so we're gonna get this. The bottom teacup is the one that has to be straight, and then the other ones can just kind of do their thing. Oh, thank you so much, Christy. That would make my whole day. Like if you guys actually gave this card a try. That would be so awesome. Okay. Now we need a little bit of dimension and a little bit of bling, because really, how can I not put bling on this card? That's all I'm saying. So for dimension, Donna asked me, do you just use your china or just display it? So I currently just display it. I should use it, and I'm aware I should use it, but it's not dishwasher safe by any means at all. So that's the first kind of thing that always makes me go, do I want to? And I'm really scared of breaking it because because it is antique, because it was passed down through my family. Oh, there's a big giant fly in my room. That's pleasant. Sorry about that. I want to pass it on, and I don't want to be the person that broke it. And I would be the person that broke it. So I have some Easy Strips foam, by the way. The stuff is like the most amazing thing in the history of ever. And I'm going to go ahead and pop this here. So I guess it's up. I mean, I feel like the china that I have has already, like, it was my great grandmother's. So I I think that makes a difference in whether you use it or not. It's irreplaceable, and I feel like if people have been keeping it pristine for over 100 years, then I probably shouldn't be the one to break it. All right, let's get this here. So you have a choice to make now for your card. I'm going to show you this both ways. So here's what the card looks like. And this little T, these little T handles right here, they are kind of going off of the card. So you can do it two ways. You can just leave them off the card, no big deal, move on, or you can snip them off. And so I can show you here what each of that looks like, and then you can decide how you would like it to be. If you would like it to be, if you don't mind the teacup handles coming off the edge of the card, or if you want to snip them off. I don't think it makes a huge difference either way, but that is it. 1 second. Lift up the camera. Okay, Candy's saying lift. Oh, take it up to the camera. Okay, hold on. There we go. Candy's coaching me. I love it. I need a coach. There we go. So there's the finished card. I am going to add bling to this though, but that's what it looks like with the handles. And then this is what it looks like when you trim the T handles off. So you can do it however you would like. And then I'm going to grab some flatback crystals and add them. I think there are a couple of the crystal colors that would work with this. I like these pretty blue ones. So they're like a midnight dark blue. So we're just going to add bling to it, and then we're done. Thank you. Because you can't make a card. I can't make a card and not have bling. That's the rules, right? Right. Those are my personal Sarah rules. Flip this one around. Okay. So there is tonight's card project. And then tomorrow I'll just buff off the glue. There we go. So pretty. I love how this turns out. I agree, Ellen. Gems, cause bling. Correct. Okay, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed tonight's live. I think we did really good. I did this in an hour, so yay. We're not overtime or anything. We finished up perfectly right on time. And I hope you enjoy all of this week's takeovers. So be sure to come back and catch Candy. She'll be live tomorrow. I don't know if I have any more information I need to tell you. I'm trying to think. Oh, events. Mentioning events. So in case you don't know, Brutus Monroe launched a second website. It's brutusmonroeevents.com. And on that website, is where events are. So there's the new event Fall into Holidays that was announced this weekend. There is the Merry Makers event, which was announced this weekend. And then there's also a couple of 10th anniversary party add-ons and general admission. So all of the anniversary party event, all the tickets are sold out, but you can get a general admission ticket for in person that just allows you to come and attend. Like if you have a special someone you want to bring, it doesn't include. And then there is also like a special VIB swag bag that you can add to your 10th anniversary ticket. Now hold on. Did I get it right? There. Okay. Did I get it right? Yes. All right, good. Yay. All right, everyone. You all have a fabulous, fabulous rest of your evening. Come back tomorrow, say hi to Candy, and she's going to make you something fabulous. Then